So you're thinking about moving to Grovetown, Georgia? Well, you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to take you around to a couple of different properties and neighborhoods, a couple of different homes and some different price points, see if we can find something that fits in your budget. And then if you stick around to the very end, we're going to come back to one of my favorite spots and we're going to do a little market recap. So if you have any interest whatsoever in living in Grovetown, well, you're going to want to stick around for that, and we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Georgia, well, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the changing market here in Georgia, or in this case, Grovetown. My name's Denny, and the team and I get calls each and every day from people just like you looking for help in making the move to Georgia, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Georgia. As I mentioned in this video, we're in Grovetown, and right here you've got the Kroger shopping center, lost for words, which is fairly new. And I could have gone to like City Hall or downtown or like a big nature preserve or one of the attractions here in Grovetown, but I chose this because this is really the story of Grovetown. If I went out of here and went to anywhere within a mile, you're going to see brand new construction in terms of like businesses, or Kroger, Walmart, all the different chain fast food restaurants and the big chain restaurants. Occasionally you'll have a one-off local restaurant, but there's 15,000 people here in Grovetown, and so it's growing rapidly. All of this is new. Even on the home tour, you're going to see a resale home, but a lot of new construction homes. There's a lot of value in that. You get a lot of bang for your buck here in Grovetown. But Grovetown is bordered by Evans, Augusta, Hephzibah, and it's really close to Fort Gordon. If you're working at Fort Gordon, this is going to be like the #1 place you want to check out in terms of a place to live. And so there's lots of opportunity on the fort, but the proximity to Evans and Martinez and Augusta makes this a really great location. It's I'm right off of exit 190. I-20 is the interstate that runs east and west through Augusta. And so right off of the exit, you have all the stuff I just talked about. And then out from there, you're going to find all the residential homes and the neighborhoods and the attractions and parks and things like that. So again, excuse me, 15,000 people in terms of population. Median home value is probably around the high twos, 280,000, and then median income, household income, is about 68,000. So you can get a lot for your money here in Grovetown. So let's get that tour started and head to our first home. All right, we're here at the first stop on your tour of Grovetown, and I think you're gonna really like this one. You're gonna see why there's a lot of value here in Grovetown. This property here on the corner is under contract for around 200,000. And this property next to it is just hit the market. It's 205,000. It's listed at just under 1,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It was built in 1999, but it's been completely updated. So there's new luxury vinyl plank flooring in there, and the kitchens and bathrooms have been updated with granite countertops and some new tile. So it's a really great value at 205,000. And here you're going to find that in Grovetown, as there's a lot of value to be had. Great schools, centrally located. This location is actually fairly close to Evans as well as I-20, and so really easy to get around, and a great property. Side note, see that red Mustang? I had a 1994 Cobra Mustang that was that color, and then that blue one, I had a 1998 Cobra Mustang that was that color. That was many moons ago in a previous life before I was married with 4 children and all these responsibilities, but I would get along with their neighbor. But anyway, that's our first stop here, and I digress. That's our first stop here on the tour, and I'm sure you're gonna love the next couple of ones. I'm gonna show you some new construction here in Grovetown, which is gonna be really awesome, and then we'll wrap it up with that market recap. See you on the next stop. So here at our next stop, I'm actually in a new community. This is a new development. So you can see that most of the homes right here are finished and down this other road, but there's going to be lots of building going around. That's kind of one of the downsides to new construction, is that if you're in the early phases, then you have to live through some construction. But also, when they get to the later phases, typically those homes, every time they sell a few homes, they appreciate the value, they charge more, and so you're building equity as they're finishing the neighborhood. So that is one of the benefits. But this development is about $140 a foot, and so the things that you see around me right now, these are mostly 3 to 4 bedroom, 2 to 3 bathroom. They look like ranch plans. Maybe they have a loft, and at 2,000 square feet, you're in the high twos, $280,000, $290,000. So a lot of value for a home that's brand new. It's going to have low maintenance. It's going to be current in terms of the design, the layout, the finishes, the fixtures. All of those things are going to be 2021 design. And so I think this is a really great option if you're in that high twos price point. I'm going to stop by another street here in the neighborhood and show you what something that's a little bit bigger looks like. It's in the low threes, the 325 to 350, and they're also going to be 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bathrooms, but just a couple of hundred extra square feet. So again, if you'll multiply that 140 times about the square footage, then you'll get a good idea of what the homes are going for in this community, which is also excuse me, going to come with like all those new community amenities that everybody loves. But we're close to Evans, great location, close to grocery stores and shops, and just a really great new development if you're looking for new construction. All right, I'm still here in this same development, but as you can see, these homes are a little bit larger, 2 stories. And if I'll pan around, this street is done, and then you have a mixture of properties that are finished and lots that they're going to be building houses. So I kind of talked about having to live through the construction, but the value that comes out of that. But these homes, like I said, still only $141 a foot. They're just a little bit larger. So you're talking about like $330,000 to $350,000, and they're all gonna have a variety of different floor plans that you can choose from. And it looks like I'm looking across the street, this one's available. So some of them that are finished are sold, but some of them are available right now. And so if you're looking for like move-in ready and you don't even want to have to wait to go through the building process, there is availability, and lots of them that are still being built. So I see some sold signs, some available signs, some new lots. But again, 3, 4 bedrooms, 2, 3 bathrooms. These are going to be up in that, excuse me, these are going to be up in the 2,500 square feet range, $141 a foot. And so really, I like some of the design choices. I've probably mentioned this in other videos, but I see stacked stone, I see what looks like cedar and siding, and then some barn looking. I really like this property right here. I like the choices they've made there. So there's something for everybody. But let me show you one more property that's right at around $500,000, so you can get a good idea of all the different price points, but a ton of value to be had here in Grovetown. All right, I'm here at our last stop in Grovetown, and man, what a nice neighborhood. So we're still in the same general vicinity. Most of the homes in this entire strip are all done. There's one up the street available for $500,000, right at $500,000, and the one I'm going to show you is $520,000. All of these are new construction, so they've all been built recently. But just to give you an idea of the quality and the exterior of the homes, this is kind of what this builder's been doing here, and they've done a great job. You can see that one right there behind me. And I'm going to walk down. I'm going to actually walk you through this one because it's not finished, but you can get an idea of the quality and the finishes and things of that nature. But this is actually in an area called Crawford Creek, and it's on the border of Evans, and parts of Crawford Creek are in Evans, parts of it are in Grovetown. So the location is really, really great. And I'm going to walk down here, so hopefully the sun doesn't create too much of a glare. But these homes, this one I'm going to show you, is about $168 a foot, but you're going to get like high-end appliances and a huge kitchen island and nice solid stone surfaces and really nice tile choices. You're also going to get coffered ceilings and hardwood floors. And what I love about this is, look, it's almost not that one on the end right next to it. It's all the way down here in the cul-de-sac, and behind it there's nothing but woods. And so it's really, really private, And let me walk you in here and show you through. But 520,000 is about 3,100 approximately square feet, this particular one. And again, about 168 a foot. So here's the exterior. Here's your neighbor's house. A bunch of woods back there. Big step up. So this is the entryway. 2-story, soaring ceilings. Staircase up. You're gonna have coffered ceilings with your dining room down to an unfinished basement. So tons of storage and room to expand. And then nice, huge open concept, big kitchen island. You're gonna have a nice tile backsplash, great appliances, some built-ins, eat-in breakfast area, large family room. I love the detail above the fireplace as well. Let's take a quick peek out the back. So you've got fireplace outside. You can throw a TV up there on the wall to outdoor entertainment. Oh, looks like your neighbor even has a pool, but look at this. That's amazing. All right. So you've got bedroom here. Oh, nice high ceilings. Same thing here, nice high ceilings. Nice large bedrooms too. This is really high, that's great. Facing the front of the house, both of these with views of the back. Really large. This is almost like a second master with windows. Look at this. So here's your garage. And here's the main floor, either master or guest suite, depending on which one you want to use. Nice large closet there too. And then double vanity. Nice tile work. Water closet. And a tub with nice big window. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of home for $500,000. But that's the story of Grovetown when you're here. So if you haven't already, check out some of our, we're dropping videos all the time. But we have cost of living, homes in different price points, different values. This vlog, obviously, we do a map tour, but check out some of those and some of the surrounding suburbs. But let me go find a place to do that market recap I promised you. All right, well, my favorite spot in Grovetown to grab a beer was a little busy and loud and noisy, so decided to just come back to my home office. Well, I'm not in my office, but come home and record this. And I have put on my Atlanta Braves gear. I've been a lifelong Atlanta Braves fan, and they are in the World Series and just beat the Houston Astros last night in Game 1. So I'm rocking my Braves uniform, and want to go through some real quick kind of community stuff, and then dive into just some numbers on the real estate market so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on here in Grovetown. I was actually at a charity event last night and had a really good conversation with a gentleman who is a pastor at a church downtown in Augusta, and we were sitting there talking, and he actually told me that he has a short-term rental property in Grovetown, and I never would have thought of Grovetown as a place, for short-term rentals, with the exception of maybe Masters Week for someone who was looking for something a little bit more affordable, because Grovetown's right off of I-20. It's got really close proximity to jump on the interstate. Around exit 190 is probably the most developed exit, and then where I started this tour, and then that just shoots right down I-20, and you can hit Washington Road and you can be to the tournament in no time. So I get that, but I didn't really think about it all year long, and he paid about $160,000 $150,000 for his rental property. He's done some updates to it, so it's in really good shape. It was a nice little home. But Fort Gordon, who is a really major employer, and hey, if you're relocating because you're going to work at the fort, well, at Fort Gordon, well, Grovetown has great proximity to the fort, and maybe just like 3 miles is probably the closest, and maybe 5 to 10 miles is the furthest point. But you're talking anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 minutes to get to Fort Gordon if you're going to be working there. But he was telling me that his Airbnb, his short-term rental, he paid $160,000 for it, and it stays booked almost all year long, all the time, for anywhere from like $100 to $150 a night for the house. So really good, investment opportunity as well, which I didn't think of when I started shooting this vlog. But then the regular real estate market is, really growing a lot in Grovetown. So Grovetown's, as I said, Fort Gordon's a really big employer, close proximity to I-20, so you can get down to, Augusta University or the medical area or the Masters. But parts of Grovetown are bordered by Evans, which is another suburb of Augusta, and we have some tours and videos that you can check out. And then Augusta itself, but it's actually in Columbia County, and it's on the east side, and so I-20 runs to Atlanta, so it's about 2 hours to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson International Airport, the Braves, obviously, Falcons, Hawks, Atlanta United, which I'm also a big fan of. And so you have really close proximity if you need to get to Atlanta. It's really close to Evans, to Augusta. And so the population of Grovetown is about 15,000. And so it's a small but growing market. It's got all the things you would need, like Walmart, Kroger, grocery stores, restaurants. I mean, they're not going to be, they'll be more like national chain fast food restaurants, and then some local restaurants. So you've got restaurants, you've got some nightlife, but not a ton. If you want to go, get into some trouble, you might need to head on into Augusta or one of the more developed, larger population cities. But Augusta, Metro, CSRA, Grovetown is one of the top suburbs and a top place to live. And you can check out our map tour, pros and cons, cost of living, things of that nature. And if we haven't released them yet, we release a couple of videos a week. So just subscribe and tap the bell for notifications, and you'll get those when they come out. So, but Grovetown's been rated A+ by niche.com in terms of public school, housing affordability, diversity, good for families, and all of that stuff. And so if those are important to you, and then Grovetown is a smaller population, more rural, so you're gonna have tons of big outdoor nature parks, stuff like that you can enjoy. If you like getting out into God's creation and enjoying that, you definitely can do that. Or if you want to live in there's some older homes, or some of these, mostly a lot, as you saw from the tour, of these big brand new, entire neighborhood developments where you can come in and get really, brand new homes, new construction for a great value as well. And so just going over the numbers here in Grovetown, there's 128 properties active on the market right now, 119 which sold in the last 30 days, which means you've got just over 1 month's inventory. So things are, if no more homes were listed in a little over a month, you'd be out of homes to buy. But those homes are staying on the market about 49 days, so a little less than 2 months. Some, bigger major metros like Atlanta, there may be a week or two. Here in Augusta, that's really about normal for most of Augusta. Is a little proper, is maybe 51 days, and some of the other suburbs are around that same 49, 50. So that's about normal in the Augusta market. Anything less than 6 months of inventory is really still a seller's market. So demand's high, supply is low. That creates a lot of competition. But with properties in the $100,000 range, if you need, if that's in your budget, and a good short-term rental and long-term rental budget, demand, well, then obviously Grovetown's a great place to buy a home if you want to raise a family and live there, or if you want some sort of a investor rental portfolio. So Grovetown's a good place to look. The cheapest house on the market right now is $131,000 in Grovetown. I'm sorry, that's the cheapest one that was sold in the last 30 days. The most expensive home sold was $550,000, just to kind of give you a range of what the market looks like in Grovetown. And the average price per foot is about $130. Now that means the older homes that are being resold are going to be less, and the newer homes that are brand new construction, that's going to be a little bit more, again, as you saw on our tour. So that's Grovetown in a nutshell. Hey, if you live in Grovetown or have lived in Grovetown, if I missed anything, feel free to leave that in the comments below. We always want to provide as much value as possible for our viewers and subscribers. And again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you get notified when we release new videos, and you can stay up to date on the market here in Grovetown and the surrounding areas in Augusta or around Georgia. And I think that's about it. So if you're making the move to Grovetown or you have any questions, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even schedule a Zoom, and the team and I would be happy to help you make a smooth move to Grovetown. You have a great day. Hopefully we see you around town, and until then, maybe check out one of our other episodes. Take care.